Hello, welcome to What to Watch with Your Popcorn. I'm Rob.
And I'm Dave.
And today we're going to be reviewing Daybreakers. Now, this movie is set in the future where a disease has taken over the Earth and turned humans into vampires. And the surviving humans that will not convert to vampirism is being hunted down and used as food. Now, Dave, let me start out by saying I actually found this movie, I was more fascinated by it rather than scared by it. To me, this movie struck me more as a science fiction film as opposed to a horror film.
Definitely.
Because of vampires. I mean, in this film, it's using allegories for, like, what would happen if this happened, you know, what if, you know, like a lot of science fictions, they created, like, this allegorical thing in the world of whatever the movie's taking place in, and says, what if this happened to us? What if this could really happen?
Yeah, I agree. This movie really wasn't scary to me at all. It was actually interesting. It would be cool. It'd be kind of cool if that happened. I mean, it wouldn't, but just to see how long it would last and how it would work would be interesting.
I agree with you that was fascinating, but I don't think I would want this to really happen. This was interesting because of how the world of the future looks. You know, like food and drink gets replaced by blood. Vampires becomes the majority of the population, and the minority humans are becoming food for harvesting, like cattle.
Yeah.
And humans are believed to be near extinction in this film, causing these blood shortages, causing them to turn into these subsiders, which is like bat-like creatures. So there's some things in this movie, you know, like that. To me, I saw this more like an allegory for today's economic problem, because the rich people get all the blood they want, especially if they're in political office or they're big, important businessmen, and the lower class vampires are struggling to meet their supply.
It's kind of like the situation we're facing in real life with tax cuts. How it's tax cuts for the rich, and the poor and the middle class are suffering. So yeah, it's like a political point of view. Is what they were trying to do.
Yeah, and
they're using vampires instead of money. So.
Yeah, well, they're using blood
instead of money. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like blood money. Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with you on the scares. You said this movie wasn't really scary, and I do kind of agree with that. I mean, there was some stuff in this movie that I did not see coming, and it really did have me on the edge of my seat. Unlike a lot of recent horror pictures like A Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake, there was stuff that I can see coming. But here, even though this wasn't exactly a horror picture, there was some stuff that kind of did jump at me and did have me on the edge of my seat. And this did it. I think did a good job with that.
Yeah. This was one of the best I've seen as far as taking vampires and like making a real life situation out of it.
Yeah, in a way, these are kind of scary things because. Because like a lot of the vampire lore, they're still not allowed to go out during the day, but a lot of vampires do that, and they wear this like protective outfits, you know, to keep them from that.
The ones that aren't like really affected yet, they haven't turned into bats yet. So.
Yeah, the film features allegories for different things during the film story, including a few religious things that I picked up, and things happening in today's society, like the wealthy being able to get more of the blood supply, like I mentioned. There's a character that kind of serves in the vampire army, and he seems to be getting a lot of like a huge wine bottle of blood. He seems to be able to get it because he served. You know, I mean, I think some of the gore in this movie was just a little bit over the top, especially at the end, but I gotta say, I did find it fascinating, I did find it interesting, and I am recommending this movie. I really enjoyed it.
It had good special effects. Yeah, I'm definitely recommending it also. So.
Yeah, and I love the dark look of the future. The dark photography made it look like we're going to be experiencing a dark world if this ever happens.
It's like going through another void. It really looked. It's probably described well, like a Black Sabbath song. That's what it looked like. So.
Yeah. So you're recommending Daybreakers?
Yeah.
And so am I. So yeah, we're recommending Daybreakers with your popcorn. It's an interesting movie. Not really a scary movie like we said, but it's definitely puts your thinking cap on a little bit to see some of this. So yeah. Okay, well that's it for this segment. Go ahead and leave your comments on Daybreakers if you've seen it or about the video. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time on What to Watch with Your Popcorn.